The Democrats still seem confused as to why they lost this election. They want to think it has something to do with misogyny or racism. Well, let me clear it up for those still bewildered Democrats. You lost because you tried to tell the American people that the economy was great when they couldn't afford to buy groceries. You lost because you ran a moron in place of a president you knew was a corpse attached to a car battery. Even the Amish, who never voted. It's like, honey, go, Hilda, go get my horse. I don't know what electricity is, but I know one thing, I'm definitely voting against this dipshit. Democrats, you lost because you tried to convince the American people that it was racisty to close the border and not let people come in illegally to rob and murder them. You lost because nobody gives a fuck about the term Latinx. You lost because your Justice Department called parents who showed up at school board meetings terrorists just for not wanting pornography in their children's classrooms. You lost, Democrats, you lost because you lied about January 6th, calling it worse than Pearl Harbor or 9/11, instead of what January 6th really was, the FBI guided tour of the Capitol building. You lost, Democrats, because men can't have babies, women don't have dicks, even if they play in the WNBA. And free speech isn't a privilege like a driver's license. It's a God-given right guaranteed by our Constitution. You lost because you colluded with tech companies like Facebook to silence Americans. You lost because you fired doctors, nurses, scientists, and frontline workers for refusing to take an experimental gene therapy because my body, my choice only counts if it's about abortion. You lost because during the pandemic, you closed churches and small businesses, but kept open strip clubs, liquor stores, and Walmarts, and wanted us to mask up between bites. I'm just grateful that the American people saw through Oprah's lies, saying that you will never vote again if Trump wins. America didn't fall for Obama in his mama jeans, trying to shame black men into voting for Kamala just because they may have mommy problems or issues. I'm glad nobody listened to Kamala Harris because she never really said what she stood for. Because at the end of the day, just like her party, she stood for nothing. The Democrats had no policy this year. Their only hope, besides calling Trump Hitler every chance they had, was that their hope was that Americans would hate Donald Trump more than they love their country, and they failed miserably because Americans love their country. Americans love their country. It is a nation under God, with liberty and justice for all. And as we bid farewell to the third Obama administration, and as we witness the woke mind virus gasping its last diversity, equity, and inclusion breath, we welcome the gift the Democrats have bestowed onto us, that now the Republican Party is the party of the people. I'm grateful to President Trump for having Robert Kennedy as our next Health and Human Services Secretary. because we need to make America healthy again. 70% of our American men no longer can qualify for the health standards to be in our Army. We need to get all of you need to get healthy again. Walk 10,000 steps a day. We need to get all of us healthy. We need to. Because if you love your country, you want to have your kids healthy again. We got to get to the bottom. We got to kick out the pharma stooges who have been in charge of our CDC. We need to somehow, we cannot have food that is not okay, that Europe won't have, that Canada won't have, but is okay to poison our own American people. That shit has to stop. This is a nation under God, and America has decided that Donald Trump will make America great again. And lastly, you lost because you can't give $100 billion to Ukraine and only $700 to American fire victims in Maui. And only $800 to American hurricane victims in North Carolina.